Women in film have for a long time been cast in roles that are typically feminine, which is why the inaugural Udada Film Festival in Nairobi sought to break this stereotype and showcase women who take charge behind the camera.
Our main objective, of course, is to get content and encourage more women, especially in our country, to produce films so that we are just not actresses boosting a male character who is the main guy. So we're just there to make him look good. So Udada is creating a platform where we have women coming together and sharing their concerns, sharing their issues, and then developing stories that affect us, because we get affected by the same thing, but our stories are different, but it's basically the same thing.
We decided to just give some visibility, first of all, to women filmmakers, and secondly, to encourage growing talent, like the people we teach or the people the youngsters, our children too. And also because the film industry in Kenya is not that strong and it's not that well supported, we decided to. There used to be a film festival, KIF, but it died. But countries have women's film festivals, festival, documentary film festival. There are many types of festivals, but we hardly have any in Kenya. And we also don't have a film culture where people actually go to watch cinema.
The festival brought together filmmakers from across the divide who shared major challenges that ail Kenya's film sector.
Money is always an issue, and film is big business. It's not something you just wake up and you with your 50,000 shillings and you have to go and make. If we are meant to compete with the likes of Hollywood, which is what our audiences really expect from us, we need lots of money for that. Okay, and then I guess marketing and distribution is another key challenge. In fact, right now we're just attending a workshop on selling, stories through social media, and I believe filmmakers in Kenya lack that aspect of how to market their films. Okay, and then distribution, of course, just getting the films over to the crowd. We have piracy being another big issue, which kind of hinders us to distribute our films into the industry.
Veterans in the African film scene had their own share of advice for upcoming talent.
I really urge the filmmakers out there to go with their gut. Don't go with the money, because money is something else. When we are talking about creativity, we're talking about making something that does not yet exist and bringing it into existence. And so you've got to have the right energies to make that happen. And when you make it happen, the money will come. And again, I say, look at Nollywood, our prime example.
Endowed with great filming locations and talent that has placed Kenya high in the global film industry, the sector continues to make significant strides.
I've seen a tremendous growth in the industry. In terms of the projects coming out of Kenya, in terms of basically the series we're seeing, 10 years ago and 10 years now, we've had, amazing stuff. And there's a lot of interest coming in from outside as well, from Hollywood and whatnot, Recently we had someone like Michael J. White coming to Kenya, Ron Palmer coming to Kenya. We have Lupita going to Hollywood and stuff like that. So there is a tremendous growth in the industry and a lot of interest that is coming into it.
And what does the future hold for this novel festival?
In future, we would want also to be able to fund these particular women that we'll have chosen. Udada at least is giving maybe half of the monies for shooting the film or doing the series, and then we'll provide more content in our country, and I believe we will grow the industry because now we will have films to show.
We need to make sure that we can develop a policy area with our governments where we can agree and say we need to go forward and we need to go forward like this. Our governments, in my experience, have been very reluctant to engage positively with such a dialogue, but this is what collaborations like between Udada and the International Images Film Festival for Women are all about, because the more we lobby together, the more we can make sure that people take us seriously.